Well, welcome everyone and to the Legal Futures webinar entitled Multiple Dwellings Relief for SDLT. HMRC Gets Tough, presented by me, Jill Steele of Law Skills Limited. Well, it's not a surprise that conveyancers increasingly refer clients to tax specialists when it comes to calculating the right rate of SDLT. However, many accountants are not familiar with the details and niceties of SDLT. And there are also several organisations which approach purchasers after the event, which is why the cases are often after tax has been paid, to recommend an appeal against the assessment made at the time of the purchase. And the reason for that is the sheer scale of the difference between claiming the right amount of reliefs and not. So given the price of property is often high, and it's usually the higher value properties where these cases surround themselves, the cost of getting SDLT wrong is certainly a worry. So my aim in this webinar is to explore the classification of SDLT because property is in different categories, and that's what causes some of the problems. And the opportunities which one of those reliefs, multiple dwellings relief, present in conjunction with recent case law, which does demonstrate a hardening of a response from HMRC. So I'm hoping that as a result of listening to the webinar today, participants will be able to identify the type of property they're dealing with for SDLT and the situations where MDR, multiple dwellings relief, is applicable and therefore may apply in a particular case. I've therefore divided the webinar into 4 key areas, which are the first 4 on the slide there. The classification of property, which is the starting point for all discussion about SDLT, and the reason for that are the rates. And then we'll look at the basic rules eventually for multiple dwellings relief and how it applies to annexes, which is where a lot of the cases have been arising from. So you'll gather from this that I'm going to, with recent cases and traps, simply put them within the discussion to keep the flow going rather than have a separate section at the end so that you understand how these cases have helped informed our understanding of SDLT.